adversity? Bring it. The struggle? We welcome it. Snooze on life? Never that. We are Dave Regina and Mike Pirelli, and this is the No Snooze Podcast. Come on.
Back, episode 28, No Snooze Podcast. It poured a little bit, so we're under this nice gazebo. CV is a beast with knowing the right locations.
Yes.
So audio, visual, and talent, not talent scout, location scout.
Yep. But how about even the past couple episodes we did on the other gazebo, which was awesome. He knew it was going to rain, so he's like, look, there's a backup plan in play. Drive to this spot and just follow me over, and now we're under a more solidified roof, I guess.
And I didn't even think about the element of like there might just be people under here celebrating something.
Yes.
We never even thought of that.
No.
Right?
No, yeah. But if they were here, we'll just tell them Mike sent us and we're here to record a podcast, so they got to get out of here.
Or we'll just be like, you guys have a good story, you can be our guest, and just incorporate them. Yeah,
live crowd. That's right. That's right.
One.
Podbod update.
Yeah.
This is now Epi 28. Right, so doing this a long time. Chest is still booming. It looks awesome. You feeling tight?
You're so nice. I meant to ask you, do you remember, and I watched the episode back, but I keep forgetting. Did I say I was going to do 1,000 a day for 30 days?
For the month of June, you said.
No, I said November, I think.
What?
But I moved it.
Oh, at the very beginning?
No, I said November. I think I said November, but I ended up trying to shoot for June because I knew the baby was coming.
How did we get from November to June just now? I'm very confused.
Mentally, I just thought, I didn't say it verbally. I didn't say June verbally.
Oh, yeah.
I want to do it, but I don't remember. Did I say 30,000 for the month?
For the month, yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
So I still have to do that.
Yep.
Shit. So I missed one day, which is 900 short.
Okay.
And then I have 3 days of 900, so that's 1,200 short. If I get 1,000 a day for the rest of the month.
Okay.
So I need 1,000 a day for the rest of the month plus 1,200 split it between those days.
Yeah, but if you break it up, you could do it.
1,300 a day.
Yeah.
For the last 4 days.
Yeah.
If the baby doesn't come.
Right.
Because if the baby comes, I'm short.
You know what was great?
That would be terrible.
You know what was great for me when we were in the hospital? It was a 3-day process.
And
so
I didn't do them.
No, I didn't work out.
How good
right?
did it feel not have to worry about push-ups?
It doesn't bother me. Like if I'm in that mindset to work out, I'll get the push-ups done. If not, I don't. But my legs recovered so much.
Yes. So that same concept.
Yeah, it recovered so much. But I'll tell you, I took 3 weeks off from work, to be with Karina and the baby, which I'm loving. It has been my greatest joy, and I'm so proud of just being her father, right? The Podbod though. My schedule right now is crazy, because we're waking up in the middle of the night, and it's really not that bad. I know you hear it all the time, but if you go into it with the mindset, like we were talking about, on the last episode, strong mindset is everything. I'm working out though at night just for these couple weeks because I don't have to wake up at a certain time to get to the office. I'll tell you, I envy people who work out at night because for whatever reason, it's very different for me. It's challenging. It's much harder. But I'm at least getting it done. So in my head, I'm like, you know what? Something is better than nothing.
I will have to admit it's very lonely in the mornings now because I'm waking up and I'm like, Dave's not up. He might be up feeding the baby, but he's not going through the mental.
Yep.
It was nice I would always look and then see your dumb wink every morning. I miss that dumb wink.
It'll be back though, but I just knew the focus. I had told you,
it's
earlier.
Smart. It's absolutely smart.
The focus for the 3 weeks that I'm off is to enjoy every moment that I possibly can. So yeah, we're waking up in the middle of the night, and I'm trying to record one of the feedings, and people are loving it.
Yes.
It's very funny. They say keep them coming. I didn't know how people would respond to it.
Yeah.
But
that's
love
the
the
majority
videos.
of the tags we've gotten in the past is parents.
Yes.
Or DMs of people with their kids at like 2 a.m.
Yes.
saying
No snooze.
And it's a sarcastic way, but I think it's the funniest version of it.
It is. So it's.
Do you think you're going to go back to the 4:45 wake-ups, 4:30 wake-ups?
100%. Well,
really?
As soon as I go back to the office, yeah, because, again.
Even with the baby?
Yeah. As soon as I go back to the office, I don't know about the 4:45, but I have to get my workout done.
Yeah, in the morning.
Before I get to the office.
Yeah.
For me, that sets me up for the best part of my day. So I don't want to lose that.
But you might adjust it.
Yeah, but if there's a day or two that I miss it because the baby's up all night, I'm probably not going to work out that day. But the next day, I have a rule.
Yeah.
I will never allow 2 consecutive days of my mind being weak.
What if the baby has 2 days in a row that are bad?
And I gotta get it done. I have to.
Just you do it at night.
I have to get it done some way.
You're gonna, what I like to call, you're gonna start scrambling.
Start scrambling.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a scrambler.
I'm
so
a scrambler.
That's good. But yeah, it's messed me up a little bit in my head. But at the end of the day, it's my greatest joy right now.
Yeah.
You know. So as hard as it is to work out at night, I'm still getting it done. So.
See, I think a big strength of yours is the ability to be systematic and just got to get stuff done. Now having the unknown thrown in, I think you're going to level up as far as your ability to get things done while also not having such a rigid structure.
Yes.
Which is, I'm probably the extreme the other way, where my structure's so fluid that I would like to be more rigid.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to, like, I don't think a baby's going to make it more rigid. I think it's just going to make it more chaotic. But
it's definitely
the No Snooze lifestyle has made me more rigid.
Definitely chaotic, but it's the best form of chaos you can possibly think of.
Well, it's you. I think about too now. Like, it recenters you.
Yes.
Because it's harder for me right now. Not harder in a sense like compared to you, but just harder because the baby's not here yet.
Right.
So like I'm excited and anxious, but there's no real, like, we're still in the same spot we were, 8 months ago.
Speaking of, this will be my official transition from a Prego update,
Which are very smooth.
to a baby update.
Yes.
But first, give us one of your last Prego updates. How's Dana feeling?
We said it last week. So
Yeah.
I kept telling Dana, give me till Friday. And Daddy, I say it to the baby, Daddy's going to be very happy.
Yep.
I made it till Friday evening, and I had my Guinness because I was like, that just helped me out a ton. I got what I need to get done. This morning, I got a influx of new projects. So in my head, I'm thinking, just get me till next Friday, which is my 30th birthday.
Yes.
Which would be amazing. Dana's doing well. I think it's starting to get to her. I think expecting the baby to come within the next week or so, I think she's getting a little like confused and nervous and scared. So I think she's going to be able to hold on. But the not knowing and not being able to plan for things is starting to get to both of us, because we have these big milestones and we'd love for like the baby to be here, but you can't force that type of thing, right?
Yeah, it's going to happen naturally.
And you guys kind of dealt with it, and then you had the decision you had to make, which is smart. But she's doing great, but it's the last tail end of it. Everyone was telling her was going to be the hardest, and I think for sure it's been mentally the hardest. And physically, I don't know if Karina felt the slowness of the end.
Yes.
But that's kind of where she's at, where it's very slow. Like everything, the days are long.
Well said. Well said.
And you, my friend, I can't wait to be joining you in the baby update. Yes. But I have to give you credit because I feel like you have not lost a step as far as like visually. I thought we would come here and he'd be like drooping.
Just in
like,
shambles?
Yeah, like throw up on your hat and like a little level of me sometimes. Yeah. I thought you'd have some of that chaos, but you've kept together very well.
Well, the only thing that gets me through is one step at a time. Yeah. And we say it all the time. It's so applicable right now because it's very overwhelming, all of it. But if you tackle it as a team together, which is what we're doing, it's the most beautiful thing. And honestly, you'll always find time for yourself. But right now, the priority is the baby. Karina was getting upset because there was a couple outfits that we wanted to put on her, but she doesn't fit. She's like, I want her to fit in these. I'm like,
too big or too small?
Too big.
Okay.
The outfits are too big.
Yeah. Oh, the
like,
outfits.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down. Let's enjoy it.
Trying to make her grow up fast.
She'll be in this in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But so on the baby update, what I'll do is try to come with some either a story from the week or like a little milestone. This week though, we gave her first bath.
Okay.
Right? So that was an awesome experience. She didn't really like the water.
What's the rule on that? How long do you wait?
So, well, it was a week. It was a week that and you really don't fully bathe her. You take a wet cloth and you have to wipe. You can't just put, the water on her.
I just envision
Mike
you
would have
guys
just
in the
dumped.
shower. Yeah.
No, not in the shower. We did it in the sink.
Yeah,
in the sink, yeah. In this little baby contraption. But it was the cutest thing in the world, man. It was a beautiful moment for us. Of course, I recorded it.
The best.
Had to, but she's naked, so no, you will not be seeing that. Yeah. All right.
You should put a little swimsuit on.
Right. All the it's funny. There's a kid on our block, little Theo.
Oh my God.
And he's like I think only like 9 months old. but he's got potential to be like my daughter's best friend, maybe potential first boyfriend. So Theo,
Or
you're
headaches.
not getting a hold of that little video there. Yeah. But it was also a really good moment. Was we were in the middle of the night. Karina was feeding the baby. I'm sitting up with her. Karina looks at Callie, looks over at me, and she starts crying hysterically. I'm like, why are you crying? What's going on? You all right?
Because you shaved the beard.
Because I shaved the beard. She said, I love this baby so much, and she is the cutest thing in the world. And it was just a beautiful moment. So you tap into feelings and emotions that you really didn't know existed. But yeah, I also shaved again just so I can look more like my daughter. So very selfishly.
You're gonna have to shave every hour. Though.
Right. She's my little twin. So that's where we're at for the baby update. Did I do all right for the first one?
Amazing. Everyone's babies that recently arrived. I know I've mentioned a ton of names. All of them are so goddamn cute. I feel super left out because I'm like, she's in there. I promise, she's in there. Like, she's coming. She's coming. But I feel like I'm arriving late to the party, and we're like, but it's kind of nice. You ever been to the bar late and everyone's already like started?
Yes.
And then you come and everyone's very excited to see you. I feel like that's where we're at.
Ooh.
Yeah. That used to be the best feeling.
That is good.
You show up at like, say happy hour is like 7. You show up at like 8 o'clock where people are starting to go.
And then you walk in. Hey!
Yeah.
It's good stuff. No snooze recommendations.
Yes.
So I have a good one for you. I think you're going to enjoy this one. And it has to do with food. That's why.
Which I love. I love that you're jumping on the food train.
Well, this is also but it's kind of healthy.
Yeah, I like the healthy stuff.
You know when you're cooking healthy, sometimes it's a little bland.
All
right?
the time.
It's tough. So maybe this is new to me, but I got to shout my brother-in-law Vic out because he put me on. So we had a barbecue and he threw me pub-style horseradish. Kind of looks like a mustard, but
pre-made.
It's in a little jar.
I love horseradish.
15 calories per tablespoon. I put it on grilled chicken. I put it on a sausage.
Wait, a tablespoon of horseradish? Wouldn't that be super hot?
It's pub style.
So it's like cheese
mixed.
or something
Yeah,
in
it's
there?
it's kind of like a mayonnaise version, right?
It's just funny how you emphasize a mayonnaise.
It's something
Right?
like
Did you say
that.
that weird?
Yeah, because it comes out like mustardy, but it's creamy. It's delicious, and it's a game changer for your hamburgers, your grilled chicken, your hot dogs. I've tried it on sausage. I tried it on everything, but it is phenomenal.
We're making a new rule. If we recommend a food item, you have to bring it to the recording. Can we make a deal?
Yeah, but what am I going to roll around with
Yeah,
horseradish?
I want
in
to
my
try
pocket?
it now. Right? You would try it. I would test it. That's a good one. I bet you'd be amazing in, I don't know if you could do it, probably in Bloody Marys. Do you like Bloody Marys?
I could do one.
You hang with me, you'll like
I could do one.
You hang with me. Phil Catalano, best Bloody Mary in the West.
Wow.
Makes it spicy.
Shout out Philly Cat.
Jet tailgates, it's the only drink of choice.
Ooh.
So
What do you got?
Mine is, although it's not the food, but can I mention something about Vic too?
Of course.
One of the best follows on Instagram in my thing. He's the comments he makes are phenomenal. They're just I don't even know what he says. Mi bicicleta gets me every time when he's riding the bike.
yes. When
It's
he's
so
on the
fun.
bike.
Anyway, Vic, keep it up, cracking me up. Or when
Yes.
he's in the office, no one's in the office.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's
very
hilarious.
good dude.
My recommendation is actually a chair. So, as you'll see, my form in chairs is not very good. I slouch. My in-laws, Joe and Sue, shout out Joe and Sue, future grandparents, can't wait, got us zero gravity recliner lawn chairs.
Ooh, wow.
And they come with little pockets, or not the pocket, they come with the cup holders, but you basically lean back and it's basically a recliner, and then you lock it in, but it goes super horizontal.
Like a lounge chair.
It's a lounge chair, but it's like the next level. It's like it's one step below. You can put it in your house.
Are they
it's
light
that comfortable?
when you
yes,
carry 'em?
very light. I can bring them here. We can do an episode on them.
On the zero gravity.
We would just probably be like horizontal.
I believe
Have you seen them?
My wife and I bought one for my father-in-law for
Yes.
Father's Day last year.
They're super
I
popular
believe
now.
that's what we did, or his birthday.
But it's if you go on the back, you take a nap. It's incredible. They have like a little pillow. I did break a glass because it was attached.
You
but
break
they're
a lot
not
of
really
things,
attached.
man.
Yeah, I'm bad.
Tell
at
him Mike
those.
broke it.
Tell him Mike broke it. Yeah, we need all new glasses. I've broken probably 7 since the quarantine started, maybe more.
Wow.
But those chairs are incredible. Maybe I'll bring one next time, and I'll sit in that. You could sit in this one.
Yeah, all right, good. No, I like it. That's a great recommendation. So now we're branching out to products and more things.
We got to
Right.
start bringing them, though.
Yeah, I know.
The taste
We will.
test, I don't know why, but I love in the TV show and stuff, but I like watching people try stuff and their reactions. And it makes you want, like Super Size Me, made me want McDonald's.
Super Size Me.
It's a documentary about the guy who eats and got big.
He got extremely unhealthy in 30 days. Was that it?
Yeah.
Yes. See, I know that movie, man.
Documentary.
I'm a movie guy.
Yeah.
All right. Episode today is super applicable for, well, really you right now when in terms of the baby.
Yeah.
But anticipation.
Yeah. It
Right?
applies for you too, though, now.
Oh no! In a different
But
way.
I
100%.
think maybe more so with the baby.
Yeah, but I mean, this is you anticipating
first walk.
Oh yes,
first this.
all of that, and I anticipate things. I think on a daily basis. I'll explain further. But this is like I was you a couple weeks ago, and I was feeling that anticipation. So I want to know from you. I want to hear about that, but I also want to make it applicable to the jobs. To your business, your fitness journey. Anticipation, in my opinion, is both positive and negative. Mm-hmm. So as we go on, we'll go back and forth and, kind of talk about how you're feeling, anticipating the things that are going on in your life.
Would you like me to start?
Yeah, sure. Talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This week, like I said before, I was just saying, give me till Friday.
Yep.
Just give me till Friday. I'll be a happy camper. For me, I like to set a date that I can kind of plan for, but in the back of my head, the knowing that it could happen any day and the baby could be here kind of threw off my whole mental all week. Like I had this, I wouldn't call it stress, but thing looming in the back of my head of like at any moment, all these plans you made for the next 3 days, which are less important, obviously, but will just go by the wayside.
P.S. You have your phone on you, right? Just in case? Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah.
No, you know what I'm saying? Make sure it's on loud, just in case.
That's the thing, too, is that some places I don't have service.
Yep.
And usually I'd be like, oh, that's fine. Like, I'll call whoever back later, but you can't in that scenario. So I would have to drive around properties while I was waiting to meet with another person. So it was just another element this week that I had to factor for.
Yep.
Now that I've made it to the date where I wanted to get to, now it's really kicking in because I was prepared for this. Now it's like guaranteed in the next 2 weeks.
Yep. So it's like a recalibration of a new preparation for the next,
The hardest part
weeks.
is not being able to prepare for it in the sense of like scheduling. And July is typically, because it's my 30th coming up, we have family trips. We have things that we need to make decisions on, and people traveling to visit and all that stuff that we can't give answers to,
right?
Which is a little frustrating for us and the other people.
Gotcha.
So that's been the biggest strain, I think.
Yep.
And that's just baby.
Yeah, no, of course. But anticipation, I think, is it's definitely a part of life. And it's important for us to live in the moment.
Yeah.
And anticipation definitely kind of takes you away from living in the moment. So it's almost a double-edged sword. But when I was thinking about anticipation, I was thinking of like, all right, there's some positive traits to it, and then there's some negative.
Well, a positive of this week is that things that I would say, all right, well, I have a jam-packed day, say Friday.
Yep.
I would make the appointment for today. But in my head, I was like, I might not have today, so let me get it done Thursday.
Right.
And yes, I have to wake up an hour earlier. Yes, I have to go and, multitask and be at an inspection while I'm trying to coordinate a plumber. But I said, I don't have a choice. Let me get it done. Mm-hmm. And I was surprised how much you can get done by being forced to get it done and not saying, well, I have to be at everything. I'd actually really look at myself and be like, do I have to attend this? And if the answer was no, then how do I set up coordination so that they can get into the unit without me, which was a good exercise.
That's beautiful. That's great. The first thing on the positive side of anticipation, we'll go good first. We'll save the stress and anxiety for the end. But anticipating allows you to really look forward to things, right? So I know we always like to book a vacation some months out. Like, this is something we do every single year. This year is obviously a little bit different, so we haven't booked it yet. But actually, we have a nice trip coming up in November to Costa Rica for my buddy Glenn's wedding.
Well, congrats, Glenn, and we'll book our vacation to your guys' backyard when you are
Acapulco,
beautiful. Right? David Poco.
That's right.
Regina Poco.
So, it allows you to look forward to things. It's, for me, from a physical standpoint, working out, that's always been something that like fuels you. Like if you're going on a bachelor party with your boys, or if you're going on a vacation with your wife, you want to obviously, look good. So vacations have been a way, I can anticipate something good happening in my life. You feel that at all? Like,
yeah, you put something out there so you have a date
Yep.
to be ready by. Just
Yep.
helps you get organized to try to get to that.
And then the next thing would be, as you said, the preparation, right? Anticipating something allows you to prepare. My wife and I got to stop saying I.
No,
It's
take
my
all
wife
the
and I.
credit. It's what I do.
It's we, you're right. It's we. But
we when you get in trouble. We thought
That's
that.
right. We anticipate the baby going to the bathroom a certain number throughout the night, right?
Yeah.
So we have diapers ready, and you're going to say, yes, this is very Regina-esque of you. We put diapers in
Color
a certain
coordinated.
spot ready to go, and the meals ready to go. So that way, when you're waking up at 2 and 4 and 6 in the morning, you have everything ready to go. So that's a way that we've been able to prepare things. Instead of scrambling into the kitchen, while the baby's crying, ready to eat, we have the meals right in the room, ready to go, pre-mixed, and it's been great. That's something that we know it's going to happen. You just don't know when, so you're anticipating that.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
So the
is a good
preparation
point.
is good.
Yeah, you kind of prepare best you can and
Yep.
be okay if
Right.
There's no downside. There's no risk in preparing that stuff if
Yep.
the baby doesn't go to the bathroom.
Right.
You just use it the next time.
Something that I do mentally as well is another positive thing of anticipating. When things aren't going great for you, when you're, in a negative moment, anticipating something good, shifting your mindset works for me all the time, every single day.
Like a trip?
I mean, not even a trip, but breaking small things down to a lunch break, right? I know that, like, all right, this meeting really sucks right now, but I'm looking forward to my lunch break. So instead of me being stressed and anxious about this meeting that's not going well, I'm actually switching my mindset, saying, you know what? Lunch is in an hour. I got 60 minutes. Let's go. And it refocuses you and it locks you in. I do little things like that in, I guess every
That's
aspect
good.
of my life. But the lunch break is huge. I love, we work close to a Starbucks. I know that I look at the clock. No,
Yeah.
I love coffee. You love coffee. If things aren't going great, I look forward to just stepping out real quick, taking 5-10 minutes, shifting the mindset, getting a coffee, coming back and tackling what I gotta do.
Why is a coffee so soothing? Like,
Oh.
I love a good coffee.
Karina said the other day, we were watching something. Oh, we were watching Camp Getaway. Have you seen that?
Yes,
It's
where they run their
hilarious.
own camp.
Yes, it's hilarious. It's an
First
adult
movie.
it's an adult it's a TV show. No.
Oh, I thought it was a movie.
No,
Camp Getaway.
it's a TV show. It's
not a
it's
TV
basically
guy.
a reality show where kids
I
go to
thought there's a
camp.
TV there's
kids,
a movie.
The kids go to camp Monday to Friday, and then the adults go to sleepaway camp on the weekend.
That's so ridiculous.
But it's awesome. It's
That's
so funny.
ridiculous.
It is so. It is absurd, but it's so funny.
Would you want to go to camp right now?
Sleepaway, that'd be pretty cool.
Hell no.
That would be pretty
Send
cool.
me to Aruba.
That, right, yes,
Yeah, like
everything is adult. Everything is adult. But speaking of the coffee,
But then random people-
there was one clip where like they woke up and we were watching it in the morning. So they woke up and they're all walking with their coffee. And Karina looked at me. She said, "I don't know what it is about even a coffee cup." She's like, "I just like it. Can you go make me a latte?"
You know what it is?
Absolutely, babe. I got you.
So I think it's, when people, I don't know if you know this, but when people play guitar, they think it's a barrier between you and someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So they say if you play guitar all the time, you're like leaning on your guitar when you play.
Okay.
So playing or singing without it
Yep.
is like a big, it's a big step. So because I do it too, like if I have big appointments and stuff, I make like a coffee and it's there and I'm sipping on it during it and
Yep.
it gives me like another layer of confidence.
Is that a reward system? Pretty much.
Well, it's not after, it's before to prepare.
Oh, to prepare. Okay, because you can anticipate something, as a reward
I do it
system
as a reward too, though. Yeah, I do it
right?
as a reward too.
It's a
Like I'll have
technique,
a nice
but
cup of
being
coffee.
mindful of this stuff, I'm telling you,
It's interesting.
It's very interesting.
But
And
it screws you sometimes because if you don't get your coffee,
yes,
then you're like, how am I going to do this? I don't
right.
have
I
my
can't get through. But then there obviously is the negative side of things.
Yeah.
Because anticipation can be very overwhelming.
You rush through it.
It could be very overwhelming and put you in a panic and a rush. But also the stress level that comes with trying to get everything done in a certain amount of time, anticipating what's going to happen. What I don't like about anticipation is I think I anticipate too many scenarios.
Yep.
So clearly they're all not going to happen. So why am I stressing myself out to anticipate? And it's great to anticipate.
Yeah.
Look at the coronavirus pandemic, right? People and businesses who prepared for basically a quick shift and a quick pivot to launch something virtually, they're so much more better off. And there was at some point an anticipation of, okay, you know what, I need to start morphing into more social media platforms. I need to do depending on your business. But those who anticipated throughout this coronavirus pandemic are the businesses that are now going to come out on top and thrive.
Yeah.
I.e. the No Snooze podcast.
Exactly. But there's a level of anticipation where if you over-prepare too much
Yep.
for a scenario and then that scenario doesn't ever happen,
Yep.
you're like, you wasted all this energy preparing for something that never happened, where you could have prepared for something a little before that.
Yes.
So it's like finding, for us, right? Like I always connect it to real estate stuff. Preparing for a listing presentation, you don't know the level of which you need to prove yourself to get the actual deal done and get the ball rolling to put in, the full, you put a full effort, but you get it to a certain point where you agree to like a price range, and then you sign something, and then you really turn on the preparation. So you never really know like how much do I need to put forward before we have this appointment, and I try to get the business, right? So sometimes I find myself doing way too much, which is beneficial because then you get to the next level, but you front load all the work where I could have got away with doing, 50% of the work. So, and that 50% time that I wasted, I could have been doing other things for others. So it's like, I don't think you'll ever figure it out, but it's good to be aware of that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Piggyback on the business, something that I have gotten decent at, trying to get better all the time, strictly to work, is anticipating conflict.
Yes.
Because if you can anticipate conflict, like even in a position like myself, where I make a decision based off of my facts that I have, my knowledge, my experiences, but then also the input from other people. But when I make that decision, I then have to anticipate the side that doesn't agree with it.
Yeah.
So it's anticipating conflict, and that conflict piece is applicable to all parts of your life.
Yeah.
Right? So if you can hone in and lock in on learning how to anticipate conflict for whatever part of your life it is, you'll be so much better off.
Yeah, that's a very good point. The big difference I think this year for me that I'm trying to translate into my personal life, which I kind of harp on that, it's just a life in general and everything's intertwined. But the thing I'm trying to be good at is like doing something and not anticipating the result of that, just moving to the next thing and getting it done versus like waiting for the first thing to come to fruition, whatever that is. So like, for example, in where I'm at in real estate, I'm at a level where you have 7 deals, 8 deals, 9 deals going on, and they're all in the pipeline, but you can't stop at those. You have to go and get the new ones
Because you don't know
right?
what can happen with the other ones.
But when you have 6 events all on the same day that are for the current deals, you can't get stuck in those weeds of I'm anticipating what's going to happen during this appraisal.
Yep.
You need to say, I'm going to go put my time into the next thing. Then when whatever the result is of this, I'll deal with it.
Yep.
It's like building inspections.
To bring you back, you said on a podcast, and it's something that I do too, but saving time by anticipating is major. And you could do that like in your emails, right? Like when you respond to somebody's email, anticipate a response from them and add that into the email as well.
I tried to do that.
Right.
And someone was like, whoa, you're getting ahead of yourself.
That could be, obviously that could be, but like, I'm trying to think of.
It's scheduling is the biggest thing. When people say, oh, I would love to see this, that's my biggest waste of time is like, tell me what time And then
Right.
if that doesn't work, I'll hit you with the next.
Yes.
So instead of responding, I'm starting to be like, hey, I could do this and this. And it hasn't worked at all lately, which is hilarious because we just put it on.
No,
but I'm like,
good.
yeah, I could do 10 on this day and like 3 this day and this. Oh, none of those work for me. And then we do it anyway.
Yep, but there's certain...
Trying to make the effort.
Yeah, but even for us, like when we schedule things, we throw out certain days that...
We've gotten much better as a group.
Yeah, but
scheduling.
you got to take into consideration other people's lives.
Yeah.
Right? So we anticipate that we're all going to be busy.
Yeah.
So by us putting it out early in the week,
Yeah.
we are, I guess, not completely abolishing, but we're putting options on the table, and we're taking care of a conversation before it gets too late in the week.
Yeah.
So we anticipate early being busy, put it on the schedule. Now we already know that that's got to be the priority.
Yeah. Yeah, it's with anything too, like if you anticipate, there's anticipating, like if you anticipate a date, you can find yourself just trying to work to that date and
Yes.
not be getting anything done before then.
Yep.
Which is, I've been guilty of it, definitely. Personal life, like knowing that the baby's on the way. In my head, that's the huge date that I'm trying to get to. And you really can't tell me any other big thing I got to do before then because I'm like, just let me get the baby here and then I
Yep.
can figure out the next step, which could be a negative because I could be getting other stuff done, you know.
Yeah, but you...
Mentally, that for me, like, I'm like, once I get that variable, I can start doing other things. But until that comes, I can't, you know, which is a downfall.
One of the negatives for me, for sure, when I anticipate, is it pulls me out of
being
the
present.
moment. And part of the reason why I committed to the 3 weeks off, like I had prepared, you know, my boss, my team, for 9 months that I was going to take these weeks off, coronavirus, pandemic or not.
Yeah.
Because I will never get this time back
Yeah.
with my daughter and my wife.
Yeah.
So I needed to make sure that I am present in that moment. But I know that when I over anticipate things, like you know how I am, very systematic in every little part of my life, almost to a fault. When I do that, I'm already preparing for the next step, which could be good, but it's also bad because it takes away from that moment. So these 3 weeks, I swear to God, I've been so focused on every single moment, just taking it all in, you know, every smell and diaper and any cry, I'm just trying to be there.
Which I think is right and correct. And it's given me a lot of stress because you're doing it so well that it's not like...
I appreciate it. That's my boy.
But this is what I'm going to get at this, right? So, but here's the problem for my scenario that I'm trying to navigate is like, this time is when I make the majority of my money for the whole year, right? And to take off 2-3 weeks,
No,
and it's not...
You can't do it.
I know, but it's hard because like I want to, but at the same time, I've been kind of, you know, killing myself to get to a point where I'm at now, where I'm at like the cusp. I feel it. I feel like this is where I'm going to break through.
Yep.
Like I'm going to set my family, Dana up, all of us, just in such a better position. And it's like the one time...
Can't take your foot off the gas. Right
Well,
now.
there's one time in history where we have a global pandemic. New York City is affected greatly, and all of a sudden, Greenwich real estate's booming, and it's
because
landing.
people are coming from the city up top, right?
Correct. Like the 1,200 did in this time frame last year. Now Connecticut, it's 10,000.
Wow.
So if you can
Wait,
imagine,
what was that number?
1,200 to 10,000 in the same time period.
What?
Like
12,000 what?
people
10,000 what?
changing their address from New York to Connecticut.
Wow.
So you figure this is the busiest time of year anyway.
Right.
Without that, now you have a pandemic where no one's seen houses for 2 months. And now everything's getting loosened up, and we're about to have a baby.
Yep.
Which I'm not making excuses. I'm just thinking in my head, like, someone told me there's never a good time to do anything. Mm-hmm. It just feels like I'm getting challenged in the balance whenever I do anything.
Yep.
Like when we got married, it just so happened that was the busiest time of year again. Like and I want to take the full 3 weeks, and I'm going to be there, but I'm just like, it's this constant guilt of like, I know what I'm doing is right as far as the long-term goal. How do I make sure that I don't make it feel like my daughter and wife are cheated, even though I'm pushing things ahead and not putting the pause button? Because I just can't, realistically, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I struggle with that every day.
Yeah.
Is the
But
that anticipation of that conflict
of that whole conflict, right?
gets
That's
me
tough.
stressed.
Yes, of
It's
course.
not so much the baby. Like I'm gonna figure it out. It's that decision making that stresses me out. if that makes any sense.
No, it makes a ton of sense. But also, I don't, and I'm sorry I put it out there.
No.
But I'm saying,
You're doing nothing wrong,
setting
but I'm
you
like,
up. But
I'm like, Dave, shoot me in the foot because he is so, I don't know what the word is. Like you're, and it's perfect for where, like your scenario, you played it perfectly. I have a different scenario.
Yeah,
but that's why. You
can't.
shot me in the foot.
Yeah, I realize that now. So yeah, if I can go back, I wouldn't take any time off. I would. No, but so.
But it's right. You're doing it right.
No, but our industries are also so different.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this. It happens to be a very busy.
Oh yeah, of course.
Season right now.
Of course.
Right.
Of
CV
course.
will tell you better than anybody.
Yes, absolutely.
And I know, and this is not a to my own horn.
Yeah.
But I know they're missing me.
Oh, absolutely.
And I know things are getting missed.
Yep.
And I know things aren't being handled. They're being handled fine.
Yeah.
But there's things that I would have been a lot,
you're absolutely
a lot more
sacrificing.
on top of, which gives me guilt.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Knowing that my team needs me in a moment.
Yeah.
And I'm not there for them.
That's
I
the
definitely
hardest
feel
thing.
guilty.
Yeah.
For sure. But as I prioritize and I think about the moment, one, I know that they are so well prepared as a team to accomplish anything with or without me.
Yeah.
I always tell everybody, anybody is replaceable.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
if Dave Regina dies, I know you like that. If Dave Regina dies tomorrow, God forbid, knock on wood,
Yeah.
the job is still going to continue.
Yes.
You know what I mean? In some way, some form, as good as you are in any industry,
Yeah.
you are always replaceable. So I almost put myself in that scenario where, you know what, I'm just confident in their ability, in their knowledge of what they've done so far. Look at everything you've accomplished as a team.
Yep.
Look at the programs and services we've been able to provide throughout a global pandemic, right? Now they have to figure it out. And I'm still on call for sure.
No, yeah.
You know, I've spoken to them a bunch of times, but they've given me a level of a stress relief for me because they're like, look, I really don't even want to bother you.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, I do have that guilt. But at the end of the day, my family, I couldn't sacrifice that. You know what I mean? Like, but our scenarios are just so different.
And I know how you are in your work ethic, that it's very difficult for you to do that. So I give you a lot of credit. And being where, like,
Thank you, my brother.
Dealing with you in the past, I know how hard it is to make that decision because you work so hard at something so long.
Right.
3 weeks seems like forever.
Yeah, it's
to
crazy.
like take your foot off
You're right.
the pulse of everyone. The thing is, like, I have a team that can support me, but they're not going to get the stuff done that I would get in those 3 weeks. And 3 weeks is an eternity in this current climate. So it's like.
But maybe you just come up with a schedule and break it up.
I'm gonna get it done. I'm just saying the anticipation of the decision making of having a baby, and I know the guilt I feel now when I run out and I've run away from even the dog and Dana. I know the guilt. I'm like, I can't imagine when I have a kid how bad I'll feel when I like take an appointment. But that'll force me to be smarter about what I take and what I don't take.
Yes.
It just so happens that it's the absolute, and I know you're dealing with it, but the craziest time in history to be doing this stuff, which we're going to benefit long term. It's just now it's like, it's you get into that point where you're like, not a woe me situation, but you're like, of course it's going to be the most difficult to pull off. But we grow and we get stronger through that because now any other scenario is going to be like, whatever.
Yeah,
we had children during this, and.
But you know what's funny about life is, this global pandemic will be over.
Yeah.
But there will
else.
be some form of adversity. As great of a time, this is right now for us.
Yeah.
There's going to always be adversity that strikes in your life. There's always going to be challenges that you're going to face, whether it's in, something drastic like a death of somebody really close to you, or if it's something, in your business that's not going right. It's only a matter of time before it happens. So knowing that, I direct all my attention to the now, right, in this moment with my daughter versus the anticipation. So I'm almost letting go of anticipation for this amount of time. But if that was me, if I'm you, I can't take 3 weeks off because the amount of damage that can potentially be done in losing in losing all of those deals just doesn't make sense. So if I were you, what I would do is carve out personal time. Right? And you're going to see, your daughter's going to sleep a lot during the day, but you're going to have to battle, okay, do I sleep or do I get things done?
And everyone's been great. Like, my company's been amazing. Everyone's been like, do you ever need help? It's
very
just
supportive, right?
It's the ownership
Yep.
of what you're trying to do, and it's the most important purchase of people's lives. I know my family's priority, but I'm the type like you where it's like, why can't I do both? You know, and I get
Constantly
defensive when people are like, wait till the baby comes, you're not going to be doing this
I love
anymore.
it.
And I'm like,
love it.
why?
Right.
Like, just because you're not doing it, you know what I mean? Which I have a hard time being non-emotional about that stuff because you just keep replaying like all the stuff you've not missed, but the times you've worked crazy hours, or you've skipped something or skipped lunch, and you're like, in your head, you're like, if I don't, the anticipation of losing that is almost more stressful than actually the
Yes.
reality of it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, in your head, you're like, everything's going to go to hell if I just disappear for a day,
Yep.
even a day.
But then what's funny is
Nothing does.
when you come back,
Yeah.
the reality of it is it was still all good. And
Yeah,
things
yeah,
found
yeah.
a way to get done.
Yeah.
That is a good segue into Questies.
Well, it could be a segment and a segue.
Into Questies. Jake's at Steak from Birmingham.
Wait.
Good name.
What's it, Jake?
Jake's at Steak.
Set steak?
At Steak. Jake's at Steak. Jake's at Steak is the
Is he on a
username.
steak company?
I don't know. Birmingham.
Alabama.
How has your mindset shifted now that you guys are becoming and are parents?
Start with that, because I'm not a parent yet. I have a dog.
No, but it says are becoming parents. So, but yeah, I'll start. So the mindset shift, I would say it has been heightened in terms of my priorities. I've always thought that I had a certain level of prioritization, if that makes sense, right? Like figuring out what's important to me. And at the time, a lot of it was always, it's got to be me, very selfishly, because I could do that. But you're quickly humbled at how much of a shift happens when something like having a child occurs. So for me, it's been a new priority level to where things that I used to get so stressed out about, i.e. work, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Not that I'm gonna not be as good of a worker, because I think it will make me a better worker because I'm not as stressed about it. Because I have perspective, like, okay, my family is who I need to come home to at the end of every single night, so I can't be bringing that stress into my household, right? So for me, for sure, the shift has been the priority.
Yeah.
What do you got?
That's a good one.
Like as you prepare, I guess.
A lot of similar stuff. I want to do a special shout out to Weston. They
Yes.
found out, and it's public now, but he was cleared for his treatment for neuroblastoma.
God bless.
So happily, I took off the wristband. It's been a long journey with them.
God bless.
It's not, and the reason I'm saying it is because he taught me, and his family taught me a lot that I'm taking into this, being a father. At the end of the day, it all comes down to health and, family. So now, like you're saying, mentally, the perspective is I'm just worried about, my wife being healthy and having a healthy baby, and my family's health, and like everything's just bonus.
Yep.
So like all the work stuff, and I'm very serious when it comes to that, and I actually enjoy it. Like you enjoy your work, you enjoy accomplishing things. But at the end of the day, if someone took all of it away, it's okay.
Yes.
And knowing that worst case scenario, everything goes to hell, you still have your family. Hopefully. Hopefully they don't run too.
They just
Because then you're in trouble.
They
Then
head
it's
for the hills.
Yeah, just go to be a hibachi chef, like I've said. Which, no offense to anyone who's doing that, because that's a great role. But yeah, the perspective's a big thing, and having something like that, and to look back on, and just like every day I was kind of woe is me in the morning. When you get in your feelings when you're just like, damn, everything's going wrong today. And I consider myself, we're pretty positive, but everyone goes through it.
Yep.
You kind of snap back because you're like, wow, like this poor kid is fighting and his family's fighting, and I can't imagine what the family's going through. And you're just like, why, take advantage of today, which will be a part of my Mike's mantra.
Beautiful.
It'll all wrap up.
Thank you, Jake. Marietta, will No Snooze take a back seat to parenting and everything else going on in your life? And are you going to keep recording episodes as frequently? Great question.
Yep.
Got us talking before. So No Snooze will never take a back. Well,
Everything takes a back
everything takes a back seat to parenting, because that's the number one, just as my full-time job would. But No Snooze is not going to fall off. If anything, the No Snooze lifestyle and mindset continues. But publicly, we can tell people that we now have a plan in play as we anticipated everything going on in our lives. Once we come out to episode 30, we are going to take a small break and begin recording episodes for a couple months from now with a lot of guests. So it's something to look forward to. But we feel now that after 30 episodes, our audience has gotten to know us and through our experiences and stories. So now it's starting to work on the next level of No Snooze. Yeah. So I believe it's going to be a level up to No Snooze, if that answers the question.
I think it's going to force us to be better with our systems. Like you're saying, we always talk about is we're just documenting what we're doing.
Right.
It just so happens that there's a lifestyle brand now behind it.
Yes.
But it'll be intertwined with our daily life. And, when the babies are thrown up on us at 2 a.m., it's perfect time to post. So
that's right.
I'm looking forward to having the No Snooze with throw up on it.
Hold on, there's an airplane. I can't hear you.
See, that's why you'd want the yelling in the Would You Rather.
Yes.
You can get over an airplane.
That's right.
I'm looking forward to we've also are setting up systems where we can record at home.
Yes.
So God forbid something happens and we can't make it, we can just record virtually.
Right. But you know what's fun, and we appreciate, all of the support, but this is these conversations, like we were sitting here for an hour and a half before just shooting the what.
Yeah.
It's helpful for us.
Yeah, it's very
helpful. We do this, so other people can, come along for the ride, but we get a major benefit out of this.
Oh, yeah. This is free therapy.
Right,
me.
yeah. So the journey doesn't stop. The journey heightens, it continues, and we will continue to not snooze on our lives.
And when you commit to continuing the journey and failure or saying no is not an option, then you're forced to just figure it out.
That's right.
Which is
That's
basically
right.
the whole game.
Speaking of Would You Rather, can we do a little of that?
Yes.
Perfect. My wife has two for you.
Oh, I thought she was calling in. I was like, this is impressive.
Would you rather go on a fancy date or Netflix and chill?
Ooh, I'm more of the fancy date guy.
I agree.
Because Netflix and chill, I always look at things like, can you do it another time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that anytime.
Yep. You know what I enjoy about so I'm definitely fancy date.
You're the most fancy date.
I love getting dressed up. I love the whole process of a nice evening out, for sure. Netflix and chill, but I don't watch movies. So,
Well,
you know what I
like-
mean? We'd just be chilling and be sleeping.
Yours just would be chilling.
I just fall asleep.
It's experience too. I like the experience of going out.
Yes, absolutely. Would you rather babysit for a child who won't stop screaming or a child who won't stop breaking things?
Ooh, that's pretty good.
All right?
Good question.
Whose kid, whose
house?
house?
A kid nonstop screaming. That's pretty bad. If he or she's breaking things, I think I can tune the person screaming out. I'd rather babysit the nonstop screaming. Because if you're breaking things, you can't tell them, oh yeah. You have to replace things. You get blamed for it. Screaming, it's like whatever. Let him scream himself
Luckily, though, Callie's not a crazy screamer.
Yet.
Knock on wood.
I don't mean to put that.
Hopefully, yes.
Karma.
But
no,
she's gonna be great. But I think I would not want to hear the screaming. I would go breaking things.
So Petey plays with a chew toy, right? I apologize that I'm comparing parenthood to a dog.
Dog
That's
dad.
my point of reference. He uses this chew toy and it squeaks like crazy. And I'm just tuning out now. I've been used to it. So I guess now, I'm not used to a screaming baby, but it's going to be pretty tough. But I would choose screaming baby.
This'll my favorite section, Dave's Dime of the
That
Week.
would be your favorite section. Dimes.
This is for you and I.
For us.
Anticipating pain is like enduring it twice.
Ooh.
Why not anticipate the pleasure instead?
Because then you get to experience it twice. Your delivery is just on another level.
Delivery Dave?
Delivery Dave is just incredible. I'm going to do some one take this time and not mess up for you, CV. I'm looking at you. So today on Miguelito's Mantras,
Ito, Ito, Ito.
another short and simple, just like myself. Make today count.
I love it.
Whenever you're like, oh, maybe I'll pack it in today. Think to yourself, make today count.
So in place of Mike's heat on the feet,
And I do promise I'm buying
you're coming back.
John's Crazy Socks. I'm going to do a nice order.
Nice.
Sorry.
Beautiful. Shout out John's Crazy Socks. Send 2 pairs. Tell him Mike sent you.
Do you want some? Do you want me to get you guys some?
Why not? Why not?
I don't know if you can handle the crazy
Come
sock
on, man.
life. You
Come
need
on.
some confidence to pull them off.
So I know I lack.
Yes.
I lack. Such a humble guy I am.
Yeah.
So big shout out
Yes.
to CV and his beautiful wife, Catherine. They got us for the babies, 2 of us, right? Beautiful package with, honestly, I think it was more clothes in that package than we had in our whole whole baby nursery.
Yeah, it was
right?
very
There's so
nice.
much stuff. But probably the dopest piece of that package was the No Snooze socks.
Yes.
Right, so and we're clipping it to YouTube, so you guys can definitely tune in. But huge shout out to CV. Daughters love them. They look awesome. They have a nice little fluffy component to them. But at the bottom of the foot, it says No Snooze.
And I think it says no on one and then
Snooze on the other.
right?
Yes, absolutely incredible.
And it's got, not fluff, what is it called? The ruffles.
Yes, ruffles. I
Is
said
ruffles
fluff?
the word? Yeah, you said it's got fluff.
What? Is that not a fluff?
I think it's not the one.
It's
I can't remember.
No, it's not
floofy.
lace. Lace?
Floof?
I don't know.
Lace. Lace.
It had lace around the boot.
that's
The boot?
right.
I don't know.
No, and it was 2 No Snoozes, I think.
We have to get matching ones. They're not the most masculine, but we'll pull them
Yeah,
off.
I love it, man. So thank you, CV and Catherine.
Yes.
And that is the segment for this week on Heat on the Feet.
Until next time, stop snoozing.
Get up and get after it. And beat
My
that baby.
man.
That's another Epi in the books. Go follow us on Instagram and Facebook at No Snooze Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, No Snooze.